Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy, where we are going to complete the final warp room in Crash 3. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the main stories all completed of all three games. And wow, Crash has gone purple, but in this version you got to spin in order to get it off him, so that's actually quite a cool touch. We can usually do level 21 first, Gone Tomorrow, but we are going to be doing Flaming Passion first, because in order to complete Gone Tomorrow we need to have the green gem. So anyway, here we go with our first level, which is going to be Flaming Passion. Here we go. So hopefully I will get to the death route without a single death, because that is obviously the what you've got to do in this, because if you die you are not going to be able to do the death route. So now this level is a little bit different than the others, because this is like, well, it's like a level of its own if you kind of think of it, because you've got to use the bazooka in this level in order to fully complete the level, whereas in other levels you didn't have to do that. So, oh, you don't have to do that. So yeah, we've got to use the bazooka in this stage, which will be pretty fun, which we unlocked just in the last part by defeating Engine. So that's pretty much all the power-ups obtained, apart from the running shoes, of which we will need in part 6, but I am not going to do any spoilers for that, because yeah, just let's get this part done first and defeat Dr. Neil Cortex for the first time around, because obviously you've got to beat him twice, because once you beat him 100%, and wow, that was messed up, I did not jump, but very good. In fact, it's 108% in this game, because obviously there is a bonus level now. And this is interesting, because when you spin these windows here, all the bricks and that fall in, which never happened in the original. All what really happened was you span away the enemies, and that were it. Yeah, so look, everything all falls down, so. And the window blocks off. That was not a thing in the original game. So I've always found that to be a really nice touch. So here we go with the death route, so wish me luck on that one. And yes, at least we've touched the death route path, because now we know at least if we die, we don't have to go all the way back. And here we go, we've got a steel checkpoint crate, of which is probably the only one in the game that we're actually going to use, because obviously the other ones lead you to the end of the path, of which we don't usually go to the end of the path, we usually death abuse. But we don't have to, we're not going to do that. We don't have to do that in this stage for the simple reason it goes straight through, so basically we can go back to where we was. So there we go, that's the green gem, so now we can do the level Gone Tomorrow. Now I don't know which one's a favourite, I quite like Gone Tomorrow, but I am actually quite a fan of the future levels. Now that's the thing, if you spin these guys from behind, basically what's going to happen is you just, even if you're attacking and you're from behind, you still get hurt. Well, now that was close. And at least I've got another checkpoint, because if I'd have died there, I'd have gone right back to the death route, which is not what I want to happen. And speaking of that, I might actually use a bazooka now to take out some of these enemies, so at least we've got a clear run and clear path for when we actually go to complete it, so. Well, after we complete this bonus round. And I quite like this stage as well, because one of the things I like about this stage is how it's like set in the middle of the night. Now to me, I don't know if any of you relate, but I'm one of these people who like prefer night to day, because I just think it looks so pretty, especially with all the warm lights and stuff like that. Now I'm probably one of these weird people who prefers artificial light to natural light, but it's nice to have a bit of sunlight. But I just think that nightlight looks really pretty, especially when it's like dark outside. That's what I've always thought. I don't know if any of you can relate to me, but yeah. That's why I've got like RGB mood lighting and stuff in my room, like multicoloured LEDs, strips and stuff like that, because I just think it looks so pretty. I mean, especially like after Christmas when all the lights come down and stuff like that, it does look a little bit sort of sad that the house is just sort of like bare. There we go, that's you done. So at least if we've got some like mood lighting and stuff like that, at least you add some colour to your house when it's not Christmas. So yes, there we go, that is Flaming Passion. And then we've got 2 vehicle levels after that, sadly, because, well, there are only 2 vehicles levels left in this world. Obviously we've got World 6 to do in a bit, sadly, but anyway, here we have Orange Asphalt and Mad Bombers, a stage which I absolutely hate, with a Flaming Passion. Flaming Passion, mind the pun. I just thought I'd do it, I just thought it'd be funny, but yeah. Anyway, here we go, on Gone Tomorrow. And wow, I nearly spilt my drink then. That had been totally pathetic. Just need to get a quick drink because I've just recently had a cold and I don't want to my voice to sound bad in the video. So I am back now. I just had to make a short cut because obviously there was a delivery in my street and basically our dog goes mental, so unfortunately I had to make a quick cut there. And now I can't remember what I was even talking about. Now this stage is a little bit more tricky than Future Frenzy. Well, I don't know about the secret path, but I'd say this is one of the harder stages. Especially with there being a bit of, well, it's not really backtracking, but you have to go through the stage again. There's like this one crate that you have to like get perfect. And now you can probably hear a plane in the background because obviously there is an airport right behind me, so. And wow, I missed a load of crates, so obviously got to go back for them. I forgot what that even was for. I thought that was actually after the gem path, but I'm just going to kill these enemies and I'm going to get these crates, and all these other crates I am going to go back for very soon, because obviously we're going to come back here in a minute now that we've got the green gem. Now I've always found this like really pretty, how you like flying through this futuristic city. I don't exactly know if that's what one day a futuristic city is going to look like. That's something that I've always like been interested to know. It'd be pretty cool if it was, because by no means at all am I complaining about the aesthetic, but I'd say it's like a long way off. I kind of like the 80s style future things, like set in today, like Back to the Future Part 2, because everything's like black and white now, or like aluminium or something. I like the colours that they like had in the 80s and stuff like that. That was like always really pretty to me, but that's not how it worked out. But I'm sick of things like being just like black, white or silver. I mean, I want a bit of colour. I mean, at least let's say 80s things did have a lot of colour, and you know, like logos and let's say interiors of stores and restaurants and stuff like that. And that's funny because you don't even need to get this TNT crate, so yeah, it's like that. And also, in this game as well, I forgot to tell you this, but I'll probably show it in a later part, but basically you can view time trial times online against your friends. I'm pretty much fastest on most of them. Well, quite a few of them. I mean, obviously Luke RF44, who did speed runs and stuff of the Crash games, Crash Team Racing, this game, stuff like that, has beaten quite a few of my times, so maybe I could actually work on trying to beat those times, but if I ever come to do time trials in this, I could always just compare the times and see if I can beat them. So here we go with the gem path. Now this is something I've always found really cool. It's not quite as visible in this version as it was in the original, but there's like this whole green aesthetic going on here. Like green paths and that. Obviously it is not as intense in this version, but in the original version these paths did look very green. Now that is something that is kind of sad to see go. Same with the gem path, of which we will see very soon. Well, it's like a multicoloured gem path in the level. Is it Bug Lights? That's the name. I keep forgetting level names. I don't know why. I'm not totally with it today, but it's been a while since I've recorded Let's Play parts, so I've got to do them sometime. So yeah. Now that I think could be a bit of a rushed thing, because that used to actually take you out the back of the city and it used to fly in around these buildings, but now it just goes up and down. So I don't understand what that is all about. But at least the gem path platforms now go dark instead of stop spinning, so you don't have to jump on them to find out. Well, you can kind of tell, you know, because as I said, they didn't spin in the original version, but now they go dark, so pretty much tells you that gem platform is now dead or finished. So yeah. So now all I've got to do is reach the end of a level, because if I die now, this is going to be an absolute disaster, because it's going to mean having to do the whole gem path again. So where's them TNT crates I was talking about? Oh yes. So now there's just 7 crates, so pretty much the rest is really easy. It's just, yeah. Apart from this one crate here, yes, I got it. Now, if I'd have died there, I'd have probably screamed. Now, you probably never heard me scream in a video, but you would have done if that would have happened. Probably a little bit of an exaggeration there, but you know, I'd have been pretty annoyed if I'd have died. I'd had to redo the whole gem path like I have done before, especially with this being a Let's Play part, so yeah. And here we go, that's the gem. So now, all we've got to do is those 2 troublesome vehicle levels. Now, Orange Asphalt isn't too bad. Fortunately, anyway. Get a quick drink again. So here we go with Orange Asphalt, which is probably my favourite vehicle level, well, driving level, motorcycle level. I'd say my least favourite by far is Area 51. I mean, come on, to me, that level just sucks. Well, it's not a sucky level, but it's like one of my least favourites. I know 1 or 2 of my friends hate the level Rings of Power. Although personally I don't find that level too bad, but in the original version, in n.sane, it sucks a bit, but well, I wouldn't say it sucks, but it just doesn't control very well. I mean, I'm not a fan of vehicle levels anyway, but which unfortunately is what the 6th warp room only consists of, which I believe is called the Neo Core System warp room, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, 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 no! Oh no! That did not want to happen! Oh no. Oh yes, so that's that, so yeah, that was the part I messed up on last time. I'm really sorry about this, guys, but unfortunately I had to go and make an entire cut because I missed a crate. Now this is one really annoying thing. You can't even like sacrifice some time. You can't like go backwards or anything in order to go back and get crates. All you got to really do is just quit the level and go back in. Now that has always really annoyed me. I mean, even if you fall down the nearest pit, it could take you back far enough to where you can go and get the crates, but no, That is not how this game was engineered. And that really does suck. I mean, you've got to go all the way like back. I mean, don't get me wrong, Crash Warped is a really good game. It's just these vehicle levels. If it weren't for these vehicle levels, I think Crash Warped would actually have been my favourite. But nope, for some reason, they decided to litter it with vehicle levels. I mean, I do love the original Crash games, but this is one reason why I've put the original Crash, Twinsanity and Team Racing over this game as my favourites, because of these darn vehicle levels. I wondered what had happened there because the loading times seem to hang. Now that does not normally happen, but these loading times actually seem pretty quick, so I can't really complain. I mean, they're obviously a lot quicker than there was in Reignited and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, but they seem really quick. I wonder if I move it to my external hard drive, it'll actually go any quicker. I might actually experiment with that after I've recorded this part.
Crash, Coco, remember, it is not only Dr. Cortex that we battle. Beware of Uka Uka, my children. He is a far more dangerous enemy than anyone can imagine.
You know, I totally agree with you there, Aku Aku. He totally is. I've never actually found Dr. Neo Cortex to be all that bad. You know, that much of an evil character. You know, it's mostly who he works for. Let's say, for example, Uka Uka. Because obviously, Uka Uka is a very evil force in Twinsanity, but obviously in Twinsanity, Cortex and Crash have a truce. Now, that was really until the end, of course, the ending cutscene, you know, when you 100% complete the game, but I kind of like what happened with Dr. Neo Cortex's role in Twinsanity. Hence why I don't know if that's one of the reasons why it's my favourite Crash, one of my favourite Crashes, but it's definitely a cool mechanic that they added. People might not understand why Twinsanity is ranked so high for a favourite game, because obviously the game is totally broken with glitches. You know, it's pretty much worse than Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. You know, you say that game is really glitchy, but I kid you not. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, Twinsanity is probably the most glitchiest Crash game I've ever played. Now, Crash Twinsanity to me is a lot more solid, and it's aged a lot better than, say, Super Mario 64. Now, that game has not aged very well at all. I mean, the controls are very unresponsive, the camera control is awful, and some of the play mechanics are just sloppy and broken. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Super Mario 64 is still a really good game, but it just does not hold up very well for today. Hence why I prefer to play things like Odyssey and Galaxy and stuff when it comes to Mario, so yeah, that's that. And sorry if I'm a bit soft-spoken, because obviously I still have a bit of a remaining cold. So here we go, with Bug Light. Now this is a pretty fun level. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, this is the only dark level in the game. Well, the first half isn't even dark, but this is literally like the only dark level in Crash 3 with the Fireflies. Now there was 2 of them in Crash 1 and Crash 2, but in this game there's only, I don't know if you can really count Area 51, because it does have the thing where you have the sort of like in the dark and you're relying on your headlight on the bike. But here's something I want to discuss. Over there, to the right hand side, obviously you can just see the edge of the building, but in the alpha version, because obviously Crash Bandicoot 3 Alpha has been released, I still need to play that, by the way, you can actually locate the gem path. So obviously the gem path is actually in the same area, so this game is engineered pretty much very similar way to Spyro Reignited, if you think about it, because, well, the original version of this game was anyway, but because obviously all of the areas are in like the same, you know, in Spyro 3, all the mini-games, you can actually fly to them in the same area if you do the infinite flying glitch. So if any of you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. So anyway, here we go, we're going to do the gem path now, so wish me luck on that one. Now this is pretty different. Obviously it's quite it's sort of like dark in this area, but obviously there used to be like this aesthetic where there were colours and like lights. I don't even know if I'm saying that word correctly. Is it aesthetic or aesthetic? I don't know. I think I'm saying the word wrong, but I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Now here, this has changed a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but like, there used to be this green glow in here, which is still present, but it's just not as strong as it was in the original version. So I believe we've got all the coloured gems in order to complete this gem path, so now this gem path was like one of my favourites in the original game. Well, it kind of is, but not so much in this version, because obviously the lighting and that. Although I do say that it looking kind of dark in the background there does look really cool. Just slide him off. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't have the yellow gem, did I? So I can't complete it. So that means I'm going to have to die. Oh no. I did not think of that. I did not think of that. I wonder if I could actually slide and jump all the way over there. That'd be pretty cool if I could actually do that. No. I did not have the yellow gem, because obviously you need to get the relics for that, which we're going to be getting in a later part, but trust me to even forget about that. I thought I had all the gem colours. I'm so stupid. Like, in all seriousness, I am. Wow, just knock him straight down the hole. But the good news is we can still get the clear gem. Now this bonus round can be a little bit tricky. And why are there so many planes flying today? That makes absolutely no sense at all. So basically you just got to get all the crates you possibly can in the dark before you progress. So at least where that, let's say, that crate activated there, you can actually see where some of the crates actually exploded. Now I believe there are some like crates in like a ditch or something like that, but hence why I need to go back and get these. So now we've got the Firefly to go back and find out which crates I have missed. Yes, these. Now I thought I missed these somehow. It used to take me ages, this bonus round, to figure out how to do it as a kid, but now I figured out the best way is to actually just go through it the best you can in the dark. So, and I've always noticed that that Firefly there seems brighter than the last one. That's actually an interesting question, you know. Are all the different Fireflies different brightnesses? I've never actually took any notice. They're probably all the same, but or do they get dimmer as they wear out? That is a very interesting question. A very interesting question at that. So here we go, I think I've got all the crates. Yes, 108, and then it goes to 121. So yes, there we go. That's it, that's the 5th warp room completed. So all that leaves now is the final boss, Dr. Neo Cortex. So wish me luck on this. So here we go, 5th part, and we're already on the final boss, so yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. And it's also my favourite Dr. Neo Cortex boss in all Crash games, so here we go, Dr. Neo Cortex.
I'm sorry. This is the part where I'm supposed to be angry, full of rage, incensed beyond belief. Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best henchman. I should be rather upset, shouldn't I?
And in fact, we're furious. But it seems you have overlooked one small detail, you little orange delivery boy. Now that you have gathered all the crystals, all we have to do is take them from you.
Oh, I think not. It says sometimes this force field fizzles out, so yeah, that's pretty much telling you how to defeat him. Those to me! Oh yes. I know all the script to like this game. I mean, I've played these games so many times, obviously they're my favourite, so obviously this part is the easiest. It's like the first phase. All you've got to really do is just jump over his beams, which is Now this boss is not, I would say, the hardest. I'd say the hardest one is Crash 1. It's Dr. Neo Cortex boss. In fact, I'd say that's the hardest Cortex... Well, the hardest Cortex boss, I'd say, is in Wrath of Cortex. Because Wrath of Cortex does have a pretty hard final boss. But I'd say out the original trilogy and all the other games, excluding Wrath of Cortex, I'd say Crash 1's is the hardest. Then maybe this, I don't know. The final boss in Titans and Mutant isn't really Cortex, it's more or less like a, well, Titans anyway, it's like robots and various mutants. So it's not exactly the same type of final boss, it's kind of weird, but yeah, if you kind of get the sense of that. So here we go, 2 down, 1 to go, come on. Yes! So here we go, just 1 more to go now, and hopefully we've got this Dr. Neo Cortex defeated. So if I can beat him in the first try, that is going to be like a whole game-changing thing for this Let's Play. Just don't make any dumb mistakes, because that would just be totally pathetic. Oh, come on, no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Nice! Yes, I did it. I beat Dr. Neo Cortex first time. Awesome. Yes. Here we go. We've got the running shoes. So it says speed shoes. To run faster, hold down R2 button while running. So yes, here we go. I have managed to do it. Nice. So here we go with the ending cutscene.
Defeated again. This is not fair. Maybe I should retire to a nice big beach with a nice big drink and a woman with nice big bags of ice for my head.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
Oh, I love it when that happens. It like goes, oh, it is not over, Bandicoot. We still have the gems. We still have a chance to triumph. Whoa! So anyway, now that was totally a really bad interpretation. I'm really sorry, but yeah. So yes, here we go then. This is the ending credits. So I'm actually going to show you the ending credits for once, because obviously I was saving these for the end of this Let's Play, Crash Warped. So yeah, I started my first Let's Play in January of Crash 1, and now November we're in Crash Warped, so that's actually pretty cool. It's actually gone quite quick, quicker than I thought. I thought it'd actually take 3 years to do this, but obviously I've still got all of the gems and the relics and stuff to collect, but that should happen over the next few parts. So yeah, I'd say we're just about quarter of the way through this Let's Play now. It's a rough guess. So yeah, this pretty much is how the credits are. So I just thought to show you these, but basically what's happening here is just it's showing you all of the cast and the credits, and it's also got the music changing, so it very much reminds me of the credits that you get in Crash to Insanity. Now that has been really cool to me, honestly. And also at the end it shows you the developer times as well, so definitely one of the best ending credit scenes, even though it doesn't show, let's say, the cutscenes in the background over the credits like it did in the original games, which does kind of disappoint, but apart from that, these credits are pretty solid. So yeah, that is that. So this is the credits, guys. I'm just going to let them roll, and I will see you back once the credits are completed. So there we go, that was the ending credits. Dr. Neo Cortex now defeated. So this has been part 5 of my Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy Crash Warped. Well, first 5 parts anyway. Oh, I'm going to interact with Coco because we're going to use Coco in the next parts from this part on. So yes, I do want her to join my adventure. So all I've got to do now is press the R2 button to swap back to Coco. Now you can actually put Coco back, I think, and obviously you can attack these and do things like that with that, so Spyro Jonathan pointed that out to me. I did not know you could do that. So in the next part we are of course going to go back, right back to Warp Room 1, because we have relics to collect in order to do Warp Room 6 and collect the rest of the gems. So yes, that'll wrap up part 5, and in part 6 we're going to go back and start doing relics. So that's going to be fun. So I'm pretty sure frustration is going to set in. So of course everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed watching this part and me complete the main story, and I will indeed see you all in part 6 where we go back and start collecting the relics. So I will see you all then.